Welcome to One Word a Day. I'm Sophie, your pilot into the universe of Chinese. Let's continue exploring supposedly Neolithic concept. So today we'll talk about yu, and I like the variations of today's characters. Simplified Chinese, of course, is most simple. Traditional, a little bit more complex by converting the one horizontal line at the bottom of the supposedly fish body to four individual dots that symbolize fire. Because in Chinese, we define fish as above the fire. That's fish barbecue image, right? So that fish barbecue kind of built in the code that you have to cook a fish before you eat them. Well, actually, not true, right? Raw fish is part of the cuisine, but Chinese view fish, present the fish as above the fire to show you that fish is actually a food source. We also have dog above the fire. We have bear above the fire. So all that imagery is above the fires to show you these are cookable, therefore edible. Okay. Then both of them have the left side with water. That's the origin of fish. Okay. Then this idea of fishing in traditional, like 2000 years ago, it would be okay, fish above fire, twice of them stacking up next to water. So traditional Chinese already is a simplified version of the 2000 years ago's version. And probably 2000 years ago's version is a copy of its previous renderings of this character. Therefore, it's probably closer to the source, to the original creator of this concept idea of how this, without saying anything, without defining it with any a paragraph of definition in the dictionary, just within a 2D frame, how can you tell it's fishing? Okay, we have water on the left side. We have this edible above the fire fish twice. Okay, when Chinese stack up something, it means multiply. It means not singular. It definitely not just means two. Okay, so we cannot take it as literally two. It means multiple. So when we have multiple fish in water, the action for that is go fishing. It's fishing time, right? So that's the condition, the precondition to fishing. Is when you have multitudes of fish in water, then you're going to take the action of fishing. Okay, 渔夫 is a Chinese, 渔 means fishing, the action of fish. Okay, the action of getting fish. Okay, hunting fish, let's say it that way. And of course, we have passive fishing, which is using a net, and active fishing, which is using a spear, something like that, right? So 渔夫 yu means the act of fishing, and then fu means man, grown man, is a Chinese pairing of fishermen. So in English, we have fisherman, somebody who fish, and we add a man. Probably that means we have fisherwoman as well, right? But in Chinese, we just say somebody who fish. That's a grown man. So each language have their own pick of words to make this combination of vocabulary of this particular profession, if you regard it, or way of life or trade, that Chinese use the action of fishing plus grown men. 授之以鱼不如授人以渔. Okay, 授人以渔不如授. Okay, we have exactly the same action word means give, right? What do you get? The difference is only these three dots, which symbolize water, which symbolize the act of fishing. The top is a fish itself. So the top means you give somebody fish. So give them with fish. I'm trying to translate word by word. 知 means a generic term of somebody you're trying to give into, recipient of your fish. So 授之 means give them with fish. That's how Chinese have to say that's an ancient Chinese way of organizing our image. We have to add 以 this with. What do you give them? It's give them with fish. As in English, we just say give them fish. We don't say with. So that's an interesting thing about the two languages because normally Chinese is the one who cut out the small words or connective words. But in this case, we add with in there, probably to make it four character formation so that it's easier to log in because we're trained to remember expressions comes into four packs of four. Okay, 不如授人以渔，不如 not like meaning not as good as 授人以渔 teach them. So in this case, it's not just give them a stuff, it's teach them knowledge, skills. So teach them 人, okay, we specify here is a person, 以渔 also with something, right? But to make English grammatically correct, I will have to change the this connecting word as about to teach them about fishing. So this is a Chinese equivalent way of give him a fish, you feed them for a day. Give them the skill of teach them how to fish or teach them fishing. Then you feed them for lifetime. So that's Chinese expression. And I think, okay, both this one day and a lifetime contrast existing in English versus we don't have that. Here we're just comparing and conclusively telling you that give them fish. It's not as good as teach them how to fish. So each expression comes with their own merit, I would say. Okay, so here we have fishing. That's essential to our survival. Thank you for your time. See you another day.